There's or just a couple.
Just the house people, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Carrasco, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Carrasco. 1 second to pull up your file then. Oh, the wrong file. I always do that. All right, Mr. Carrasco. You are
Yes, sir.
presumed, you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. Sir, I am seeing you on failure to appear for a criminal trespass case, as well as a new criminal trespass case and a theft case. I also believe you are in the jail on other charges. Don't say anything yet though, sir. Hold on. All right. I see that you're being held in the jail without bond on another county's probation violation.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second, sir.
Fine. You're just fine.
Mr. Carrasco, have you gotten any word from do you know what courthouse that's in? You got that probation violation from?
It's in Graham County.
You gotten any word from anyone in Graham County? Graham County?
Have I had any word from them?
Yeah, like when you're gonna be transported, a court date, anything like that?
No. It usually takes about a week and a half or two for them to come get me.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Carrasco, here's what we're gonna do, man. On your city court cases, which is all you're seeing me for, I'm gonna release you on your promise to appear. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for March 13th. I don't know what's gonna happen with this Graham County case. I'm gonna appoint the city PD to represent you on the city court cases. You're not gonna be transported for that March 13th hearing. The city PD will be there to represent your interests and they'll let you know what's going on.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Cool.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Thank you.
What was that, Angela? Oh, wait. Okay.
I don't know what to do. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Your name, please, ma'am?
Roseanne Karam.
All right, Ms. Karam, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to hire an attorney. I'm seeing you on some city court charges, ma'am. Criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, obstruction and disorderly conduct. Ma'am, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court. You're going to have court on March 17th at 1:45 p.m. That's going to be in Tucson City Court. Be Judge Crenshaw, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. That's all. You're excused.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
ma'am, hold on. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf on those cases, as this is a You're Raymond, I apologize. If you do fail to come to court, ma'am, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Further trial can go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal. Understood, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is a Spanish court interpreter. Can we check with the jail to see if there's any Spanish speakers this morning?
Dale,
Not today, Your Honor.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
day.
How about you too? All right, sir, your name?
Jamarcus Shrubs.
All right, Mr. Krubbs. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. Oh, I see that you're here on a review hearing for a Maricopa County case, sir. All right, sir, I'm going to reset this review hearing for March 18th at 9 a.m. As you know, the goal is just to keep track of you so that you're not sitting in the Pima County Jail waiting for nothing to happen, okay? I don't know the status of your Maricopa County case, but we'll just set a review hearing for March 18th at 9 a.m. Your bond's going to remain the same. All right, sir? All right, so you're excused.
And do I get, I don't know, pepper? Arch, I want to get you this one. And scan this. Right. But that's.
Jail, do we have all the misdemeanors now?
No, Your Honor.
Your name, please, sir?
Alfredo Camacho.
Macho, you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. Sir, I am seeing you on one count of trespass. This is a justice court case.
Yes, Mayor.
Sir, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court. You're going to have court on March 2nd at 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Foreman. You're ordered not to return to the incident location. And with that, sir, you're excused. Yep. Thanks. Your name, please, ma'am?
Good morning.
Ms. Jordan. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. I am seeing you, ma'am, on a couple of different cases, a couple of different justice court cases. And I understand that you're currently, we double check, being held on other matters in the Pima County Jail. I see that you are held without bond in the Superior Court case, ma'am. So on one of the justice court cases, I have a shoplifting charge. I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash or secured bond. You're going to court on February 19th in front of Judge Foster, and I'm going to appoint Gary Grinkowicz to represent you in that matter. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
On your other justice court matter, I have a possession of paraphernalia charge. Again, $100 bond. You're going to have court on February 19th in front of Judge Foster, and Mr. Grinkowicz will be your attorney on that one as well. Okay? All right, ma'am, you're excused. All right, Gail, tell me we got all the city court misdemeanors.
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Right. All right. Folks, I am seeing all of you on city court and misdemeanor charges. You are all presumed innocent. You all have the right to remain silent. You all have the right to hire an attorney. There might be instances where the court will appoint you an attorney. I will let you know when you come before me. Further, as these are city court cases. On city court cases, this is also the time for your arraignment. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on behalf of all of you for the city court charges. I'm also going to advise all of you that if you fail to appear at a future hearing, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Further trial can go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal. Are you Mr. Contreras?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Contreras. Sir, I am seeing you on 4 counts of disorderly conduct. These all stem from an incident that is alleged to have taken place on February 17th. Sir, my inclination is to release you with orders not to have any contact with the alleged victims and not to return to the incident location. Is that going to be a problem for you?
I can make temporary arrangements, but you know how long that's gonna have to be?
So you're going to have court on March 23rd, which is, quite some time off.
Okay.
And at that point in time, you'll be in front of Judge Mayhew. She can reassess those conditions, sir. But if
Okay.
you have somewhere else to live for a month or two, that would be ideal.
Okay,
You make
that's
that
fine.
work?
Yeah, I can make that work.
All right, sir. So I'll release you on your promise to appear at court, March 23rd, 9:30 a.m. in front of Judge Mayhew. Order no contact, like I said, with the alleged victims and no return to the location. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right, sir. With that, you're excused.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Bueno,
Huh? Oh, your name, please? All right, Mr. D'Amato, I'm seeing you on a number of city court charges. All failure to appears. Failure to appear for criminal trespassing, for possession of prescription drugs with a prescription, and for drug paraphernalia. So given just the number of failure to appears and open cases you have with city court, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash bond. I'm going to appoint the city PD to represent you. Set court on February 27th at 1:45 p.m. in front of Judge Hale. All right, sir? And with that, you're excused, sir.
Flores.
Your name, please, sir?
Ernesto Flores.
Flores, I'm seeing you on a charges of resisting arrest, possession of paraphernalia, and hold on. And what looks to be a criminal traffic ticket for obedience to police officers.
What?
Oh, so the ticket, sir, is a civil traffic violation for no bicycle lamp is required, a criminal traffic violation for failure to be obedient to police officers, a criminal case for resisting arrest, and a criminal case for possession of paraphernalia. Sir, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court. You're going to have court March 18th at 9:30 a.m. That will be in front of Judge Hale. Any questions, sir?
No, sir, thank you.
Oh, sir, you're excused.
Down.
Your name, please?
Stella?
All right, Ms. Castillo, I am seeing you on charges of aggravated assault on a minor and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. This is currently charged as a misdemeanor. I'm not sure if it will remain so. Ma'am, if I release you, do you have somewhere to live outside of where you were living? You do? Okay. So I'll release you, ma'am. You'll have court March 24th at 1:30 p.m. You can't have any contact with any of the alleged victims. You can't go to their residence or their workplaces. If you need belongings from that home, you may return one time with law enforcement to get those belongings, but you may not live there. Understood, ma'am? All right, ma'am. With that, you're excused.
Mr. Quintero.
Name, please, sir.
Mr. Quintero.
All right, Mr. Quintero, I'm seeing you on charges of criminal trespass, resisting arrest, and possession of paraphernalia. Sir, I'm going to release you. Well, let me ask you this first, sir. If I release you, is there any reason why you would need to return to the alleged victim's residence? I believe that's what you were alleged to trespass.
No.
You know them, right? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna release you then. You'll have court March 18th at 2 p.m. You may not have any contact with the alleged victim, the individual where you're alleged to have trespassed. You may not go to that home again, okay? All right, sir. With that, you're excused. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, 'cause it's, sorry. It's not, yeah. It's fine. Oh.
Yeah.
What's that?
We'll run the records. That's section. Let's see.
Your name, please, sir?
Richard. Proceed.
All right, Mr. Garcia. Sir, you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'll be appointing the legal advocate to represent you. You also have an attorney sitting on your left, sir, to help you in these proceedings. I'm seeing you, sir, on charges of possession of a dangerous drug for sale and possession of drug paraphernalia. The state's asking in lieu of holding you, sir, without the ability to post bond, the state's asking me to hold you on a $15,000 bond and release to pretrial services if you post that bond. Counsel, defense, do we have anything?
Your Honor, I am asking for a more nominal bond. I'll note that these are not violent offenses. He has no recent failures to appear. He's lived here his whole life, so he does have strong community ties. He's lived in the same home, in fact, for 20 years, and he is self-employed as a roofer.
Mr. Garcia, I'm going to hold you on the state's requested bond of $15,000. They have the legal right to ask me to hold you without the ability to post bond. They have not done so. In lieu of that, I'll be holding you on a $15,000 bond. Pretrial services if bond is posted. As I said, I'm going to appoint the legal advocate. You're going to have court March 2nd at 1:30 p.m., sir. That will be your preliminary hearing. As you know, that court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney more about what the next 2 weeks or so looks like. With that, sir, you're excused.
Morales. That's it. That's it.
Your name, please, sir.
Devin Morales.
All right, Mr. Morales, I'm seeing you on charges of armed robbery, aggravated robbery, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'll be appointing the public defender's office to represent you. You also have an attorney sitting next to you to assist you in these proceedings. The state, sir, is asking for a $15,000 bond. My inclination was actually higher than that, given the nature of the allegations. Defense, going to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just note that Mr. Morales has no felony history, no violent fires. He's no failure to appear history, and he's a lifelong resident. He does score a 2 and a 2 on the FTA NCA scale, Your Honor. For those reasons, I think a lower bond would be appropriate.
Again, my inclination was initially higher. I will go with the state's recommendation though of $15,000. Cash is secured. Sir, you've got court on March 2nd at 1:30 PM. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney about what the next couple of weeks looks like for you. Okay, sir?
All right.
Also, sir, no contact with the alleged victim in this matter. You may not go to the victim's residence or workplace, and you may not go back to the incident location.
All right.
You, sir.
And, oh. I've been through this one class like this, that's, sir, you here? Well, we are. Oh, I spoke about everybody went back though. 45. We'll bring them both in.
Dale, do we have all the felonies in now?
Not at this time, Your Honor. There are 3 that are not in the courtroom. That would be number 4, Cáceres, number 5, Crawford, and number 8, Harris.
Thank you. All right. For those of you who are in the courtroom, you are here on felony charges. I will go over those charges with you. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I'll be appointing an attorney for you, and you have an attorney sitting next to you to assist you in these proceedings. We'll go over your charges and release conditions once you come before me. Your name, please, sir?
Mohammed Ahmed.
Mr. Ahmed, I am seeing you on charges of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. State's asking me to release you to pretrial services, sir. That was my inclination. Mr. Ahmed, have you heard of Steps Court?
No, it's the first time.
Okay, so Mr. Ahmed, the Steps Court is a court that essentially allows the county attorney's office to dismiss charges against you if you do drug treatment and counseling that is required by the Superior Court. Are you interested in doing that?
Yes.
All right. So, sir, I'm going to set a steps screening on February 25th at 9 a.m. I'm going to set a court date on April 6th at 1:30 p.m. The most important thing there is that February 25th court date. If you do not go to that screening at 9 a.m. in Superior Court, you will not be eligible for this diversion type program. All right, sir?
Okay.
I'm going to release you to pretrial services. Please check in with them when you're out of the jail and appoint the PD's office to represent you, sir.
Thank you.
With that, your excuse, sir.
And Your Honor, just so the record's clear, we will waive time on that preliminary hearing date.
I appreciate that. Thank you, counsel.
Nice to meet you.
That's it. Okay.
Your name, please?
Jeremiah Dwayne Batson Lewis, Your Honor.
All right, sir. I'm seeing you on a number of cases in different courthouses, sir, so bear with me and we'll make sure we go over all of them. All right, so I'm seeing you on CR 20260214. That's a shoplifting and paraphernalia case out of Pima County Superior Court. I'm seeing you on a Tucson City Court case for failure to appear in the second degree for a disorderly conduct. I'm seeing you on new misdemeanor charges out of Justice Court for possession of paraphernalia and for criminal damage. And I'm seeing you on more failure to appear out of City Court and Justice Court for shoplifting, all shoplifting charges, sir. And yeah, all shoplifting charges, sir. All right, let me start with the felony charge, sir. All right, on the felony charge, sir, the state of Arizona is asking for a $5,000 bond, which is what the warrant was requesting. Counsel, that was my inclination as well, but I want to make sure you're heard.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll just note that these are refiled charges that look like the notice was mailed to an old address. So Mr. Batson Lewis did not have notice of these charges. He is a lifelong resident and these are not violent charges. He has no violent history, Your Honor. And I'd ask that you take that into consideration.
All right, here's what I'll do. I'll lower the bond to 2,500. That was the initial bond that was set before it was dismissed. But given the amount of failure to appears that I have on other court cases, I'm gonna hold you on a bond, sir. So on the felony charge, sir, you're gonna have an arraignment on February 25th at 1:30 PM. Whether you're in or out, that court date is going to go. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir. Let me move on to the misdemeanor case CR 250165518. This is a failure to appear for a shoplifting charge. Sir, I'm gonna hold you on a $500 bond on this case. You're gonna have court February 19th. That's tomorrow in front of Judge Foster at 1 PM. At that point, Gary Grinkowitz will represent you in that matter, sir.
Yeah, how is it a felony? Because I didn't even know I had a felony.
No, sir, you can talk to your attorney about why that shoplifting charge is a felony and not a misdemeanor, okay? It'll be, I'm sure your counsel wrote it down for you there. I can't remember if I appointed the PD's office, but your counsel will tell you what's going on. On CR 25012-297, this is another shoplifting charge out of Pima County Justice Court. Again, I'm gonna hold you on a $500 bond, cash secured. You're gonna have court tomorrow in front of Judge Foster again, and I'll be appointing Gary Greenwich to represent you for this case as well. And sir, on the city court charges, I'm gonna set a non-transport review hearing. I'm gonna release you on the city court charges and appoint the city PD's office to represent you. That court date will be March 13th at 9 AM. If you're out of custody, you should go to that court date. If you're in custody, they will not transport you. The city PD will advocate for you without your presence on that matter, sir, and they'll let you know what occurs. All right? Oh, sorry, sir. And you also apparently, hold on. Oh, I see it. Sorry, sir. You also have new charges from city court for criminal trespass, criminal damage, and possession of paraphernalia. I'm still going to release you. I'm still going to do the non-transport review hearing on March 13th. But I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty for you on those cases, sir. And advise you that if, let me just enter pleas of not guilty for you, sir. And with that, sir, you are now excused.
Sorry.
Thank you. That's all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your name, please, sir?
Okay, says there, sorry.
All right, Mr. Broussard. All right, sir, I'm seeing you on felony charges and misdemeanor charges. The felony charges, sir, are possession of a dangerous drug, possession of paraphernalia. The misdemeanor charges are possession of a prescription drug without a prescription and shoplifting. Mr. Broussard, the state's asking for a $10,000 bond in lieu of asking that you be held without the ability to post bond. Mr. Kezian, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just note that he has no violent history or violent current offenses alleged. He has no recent failures to appear. He is a lifelong resident and he does have employment. And it looks like he is potentially eligible for the STEPS program. I would ask that that be considered in consideration of his bond amount.
And Your Honor, I would note he was already released on a $5,000 bond, which is the reason why the state is asking for a higher bond is he's committing new offenses while released.
Thank you, Maribel. All right, Mr. Broussard, I'm going to hold you on that requested $10,000 bond from the Pima County Attorney's Office. You'll have a STEPS screening. Have you heard of the STEPS program, sir?
Yeah,
Okay, you want to look into that if you can?
yeah.
Okay. I will set a STEPS screening, sir, for February 25th at 9 a.m. If the jail transports you, sir, please go to that. If you do post bond, that court date will still be the same, December or February 25th at 9 a.m., sir. You're going to have a preliminary hearing on March 2nd at 1:30 p.m. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney more about that. I'm going to appoint Christian Salter to represent you in these matters, sir. All right?
Yes.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Thank you.
Oh,
Your
hold
Honor,
on,
were there?
hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. Yes, thank you very much, Sarah. Mr. Broussard, on the misdemeanor charges, I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash and secured bond. That way you're getting credit on these cases. I'm going to appoint Christian Salter on these cases as well. You're going to have court, sir, for the misdemeanors on February 19th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Foster. And with that, sir, you're excused. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Your name, please?
Richard Manuel Cazares.
Number seven? No, yeah, Jimmy is, who's he the father for? Martinez. Oh, thank you. Number 12. Okay, I was gonna say. I apologize, sir. What's your name again? Richard Cazares?
Yes, Richard Manuel Cazares, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, sir. I am seeing you on a felony case as well as a city court case. On the felony case, sir, I have you on one charge of disorderly conduct with a weapon. The state's asking for a $20,000 bond. My inclination, counsel, Maribel and Sarah, was a $10,000 cash and secured bond. Does either party wish to be heard?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Sarah?
Your Honor, I did get some additional information from Mr. Cazares. He had been living here 35 years. His friends and family are all here, so he does have very strong community ties, Your Honor.
All right, Cazares. I'm looking at the alleged history. There's some violent histories. Given the nature of the new allegations, I do think there's some risk to the community. I'm going to hold you on the $10,000 cash or secured bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you in these felony matters. Your court date, sir, is March 2nd at 1:30 p.m. Talk to your attorney more about that court date. On your city court matter, sir, I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing. Nope, scratch that. On the city court case, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash or secured bond, appoint the city PD to represent you, and set a video review hearing for February 27th at 1:45 p.m. That will be in front of Judge Maldonado, sir. I'm going to order no contact of any kind with any victims on any of your cases and no going back to any incident locations, if you want, sir. All right, sir. With that, you're excused.
Sorry.
Go ahead, see what that's your please. If we can, we go for it outside. Let me get.
Your name, please, sir? Are you Mr. Crawford?
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Crawford.
I let it go. Like, for on this thing.
Mr. Crawford, I've got you on charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of paraphernalia, as well as some city court charges for failing to appear for criminal trespass and obstruction. The state is asking for a $500 bond on the felony case with a steps screening of February 25th. Sarah, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, but may I speak with Mr. Crawford for a moment? Thank you.
Whoa. Just lost rubber band.
Is it us?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would just note that Mr. Crawford has no violent history. These current charges are not violent. He does have some recent failures to appear. He doesn't have any old or prior failures to appear. He has lived here for 8 years, and he is homeless and unemployed. Any bond would have the impact of holding him in custody at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, no, sir.
So given the city court FTAs, as well as some other failures to comply with court orders on probation, I'm going to hold Mr. Crawford on a $500 cash or secured bond. Mr. Crawford, have you heard of the STEPS program, sir?
No, I'm just trying to get released so I go on,
I know.
go to
Crawford,
court.
I know, Mr. Crawford, have you heard of the STEPS program, though?
I'm not, maybe.
It's a drug treatment program that allows the state to dismiss charges if you do certain drug treatment. Do you want to look into that?
Sure.
I'll set a STEPS screening for February 25th at 9 a.m. Set a preliminary hearing for March 2nd at 1:30 p.m.
They set me up by saying God's talking to my head.
Mr. Crawford, I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you on these charges. If the jail transports you for your STEPS screening on February 25th, or if you do post bond, you must go to that screening on February 25th if you want to be considered for that program. Sir, on
They didn't even have a property, you know.
Sir, on your city court charges, I'm going to release you. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for March 13th in front of Judge Klutz. That's going to be at 9 a.m. Order you, if you do post bond on the felony, not to return to any incident location in the city court charge. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf on these city court charges, sir. And appoint the city PD to represent you at that non-transport review hearing. And with that, sir, you're excused.
Let's get.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Amy Malachi.
All right, Ms. Malachi, I'm seeing you on a felony case as well as a misdemeanor case. The felony case, ma'am, is a possession of a dangerous drug case. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. The state's asking for a $1,000 bond. Sarah, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just note that Ms. Malachi has no felony history, no violent charges, no violent convictions. She's lived here 12 years, Your Honor, and she's currently homeless. Any bond would have the impact of holding her in custody.
You know,
So,
I don't have anyone to help me.
ma'am, I am going to hold you on this bond. It looks like last time
Ma'am,
you were released to pretrial services, you didn't comply with pretrial services or check-in, you missed your arraignment.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you on that $1,000 cash or secured bond. You're going to have court an arraignment on February 25th at 1:30 p.m. That will be over the video, but that will be a hearing that will occur. On
Okay.
your, all right, on your misdemeanor matter, ma'am. This is a failure to appear for a shoplifting charge. I'm gonna hold you, ma'am, on a $500 cash and secured bond. I'm gonna appoint Gary Grinkowicz to represent you and set court for February 19th. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Steele. And with that, ma'am, you're excused.
I'm not getting nothing.
Not once again.
Okay.
Mr. Martinez?
Hello,
Hello, sir. Your name, please?
Sergio Martinez.
All right, Mr. Martinez. I'm seeing you on one charge of aggravated assault on a police officer. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter, sir. The state's asking for a $5,000 bond. Counsel, my inclination was released to pretrial services with orders not to have contact with the officer in question unless, or I should say, no, do not initiate contact with the officer in question. Maribel, do you want to be heard?
No,
No, Sergio,
You
hold on.
are, if the court's inclined to release, respectfully ask Your Honor if, for it to be pretrial service and there's a concern in the ideations that were reported by the defendant's mom.
Yeah, thank you, Maribel. I am going to release you to pretrial services, Mr. Martinez. Sir, your father is in the courtroom right now. He just told me that you're welcome to return home. If you need any help with counseling, sir, and I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but if you need any help at all with counseling, there is a transition center that is attached to the jail. When you are released, there is going to be a blue line. If you follow that blue line, there's a facility that's attached to the jail. They can help you with anything you're battling, sir. Mental health issues, drug issues, housing issues. Although it sounds like housing's covered.
yeah, it's good.
All right.
Yeah,
If you need some help, sir, that might be a good place to go right away, okay? All right, sir, you're excused.
thank you.
Your Honor, what was his next court date?
I'm sorry, March 2nd.
March 2nd, okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Paris?
Your name, please, ma'am?
Amanda Nicole Paris.
Ms. Paris, I'm seeing you on some felony charges for unlawful possession of a dangerous drug. Give me a minute, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, ma'am, it looks like you're being held on a Oro Valley City Court case on a $5,000 bond. Because of that, my inclination is to hold you on a $500 cash or secured bond on this felony charge. Does other party wish to be heard?
Nothing further.
Sarah?
Your Honor, you said $500? Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Paris, so I'm going to hold you on a $500 bond on the felony case. You're being held on a $5,000 bond on an Oro Valley case anyway. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're going to have court on March 2nd at 1:30 p.m. That court that is unlikely to go, please speak to your attorney about the next couple of weeks. All right? All right, ma'am, you're excused.
Ms. Pointer?
Your name, please, sir?
Hunter Pointer.
Mr. Pointer, I'm seeing you on a couple different matters. One is out of Nogales. One are new felony charges for possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of a narcotic drug. The state's asking, well, this is good news for you, Mr. Pointer. The state's asking that I dismiss these charges. I assume, Sarah, you have no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, sir, on the new felony matters, they're gonna be dismissed. They can be refiled. The state has 7 years to decide whether they want to refile them. But as of now, these charges are dismissed and there's no future hearings for you, okay?
Okay, yep.
Now,
Thank you.
However, sir, you still have a Nogales case. This is a failure to comply with prior court orders on a public nuisance case. I'm gonna set court in Nogales on March 3rd at 9 a.m. Yes, sir.
Last time I came to jail, they transported me out there to
Well,
Nogales.
This time,
And I-
okay, you said you dealt with that, so
Yeah,
I don't have. Hold on, sir. I'm gonna have Mr. Keezian write down the number for you to call,
okay.
that you can ask them what's going on. Sarah, will you write down this number?
Yes, Your Honor.
520-287-6571. And this is,
Thank you, Your Honor.
yeah, and this is the case number for him. It's CM 2020 000032. All right, so Mr. Pointer, I'm gonna release you on this case. The information I have is that you have court on March 3rd. That's the information I'm giving to you at 9 a.m. Sarah's just written down the phone number as well as your case number for this court case in Nogales. Give them a call when you're released and figure out what's going on, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. With that, you're excused.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're done.
All right, good day, Your Honor.
Great day.